Welcome back to the garage, finishing off our series looking at Matthew 12, and we've got to verse 12 at the end of the reading, and here Jesus says something really important. He says, verse 12, "Therefore it is lawful to do good on the Sabbath." And I think this is really important because here Jesus takes the Sabbath as that has been made prohibition. You can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do the other, such that it had become all about loopholes and trying to get around it and telling people off, and he makes it into a permission. You have a day of rest, but if there's good, you can do it on your day of rest. And I think here we see how Jesus fulfills the law. He takes the ethical core of the commandment and he makes that the really important thing. You know, instead of don't murder, it becomes don't hate. Instead of don't commit adultery, it's don't look lustfully. That the ethical core of those commandments is to love the other people or treat them as full humans. And here the ethical core of the Sabbath commandment is take rest, enjoy the fruits of your labor. It's not about you can't go and do this good thing. It's about enjoy the work that God has given you, the vocation he has placed on your life. And I really hope that you're able to enjoy what God has given you, but also in the midst of that goodness, you're free to do good that God puts before you. In Galatians, Paul teaches it is for freedom that Christ has set us free. And I think this is the freedom he's talking about. You know, Christ has given us freedom from the law that can be nailed down and loopholed. And he invites us just to understand through him the ethic behind the law, to love, God with all of ourselves and love our neighbour as ourselves, to have the freedom to trust him and to follow him. The man stretches out his hand and he receives this full bodily restoration in his arm, a sign for us, along with a whole other bunch of things, but it's a sign for us that Jesus is right, is that his way of reading the law is what makes it life-giving and fulfilling. And my prayer for you, for me, for the church, is that we would be able to rest, but also use our rest for the good of one another, and that we would embrace all that Christ has done for us. Amen.